Greetings, my name is Neosekken, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Corpse Party Blood-Covered Repeated Fear for 3DS. Now, where we last left off, I managed to see the final wrong end for Chapter 5, where we basically witnessed Ayumi just basically become the biggest bitch in the whole game, and get some just desserts out as a result of it. That and everybody just pretty much dying again. Afterwards, we started checking out, I started checking out the other extra chapters, and we got some more exposition on some of the members of Class 2-9, mainly just some lighthearted stuff. And towards the end, for extra chapter 12, we basically got to play as Taguchi, and fill in some of the missing blanks for his side of the story, after separating from Mr. Kibiki in the main plot proper. And eventually, through plenty of trial and error, I managed to complete that, and see him basically reach the point where he recorded Naomi's murder of Seiko while she was possessed. So now here we are, basically, with the other extra chapters I have yet to start, which are 14, 10, and 5, I think. So, before I start that, though, I'm going to make absolutely sure that I find all the wrong ends for the interactive chapters that I'm aware have wrong ends, and that is extra chapter 1 and extra chapter 12. So, going by the ED number here for this, I'm going to assume that it applies to extra chapter 1, and there's probably one wrong end I have yet to unlock for that. And I think I may know just how to do it here, because it was in extra chapter 1, I think, where I was basically finding that one ghost's missing items scattered throughout the school. And at one point, I was able to take damage from some red spirits. So I think maybe what I need to do is let them kill me in order to see that particular wrong end. And as for the next one, I've been thinking about it, and the only thing I can think of is towards the very end of chapter 12, extra chapter 12, where I managed to find that one last little note written by Kibiki to Taguchi. Maybe I should ignore that or something while I'm running from Hammer Time, and then see what happens. I don't know if that's exactly it here, but either way, I'll figure it out what it is here, if there's another wrong end to be had for extra chapter 12 as well. So anyway, I think I pretty much rambled long enough about my game plan here, so I'm just going to get started finding the wrong ends I have yet to find for the extra chapters, and once I do that, once I feel certain that I have, I will continue on to extra chapter 14. So I will see you guys soon. Actually, what happens if I say no? I don't think that's a good idea. I read in a book once that you should heed the request of the dead. That if you should heed the request of the dead, you'll soon fall them into death yourself. Remembering those words suddenly filled me with dread. I knew we had to get out of that room, so I turned tail and ran. The others weren't far behind. After we caught our breath, we began wandering the darkened halls of the abandoned school building once again. Naruse, Kazane, Hikari, our missing friends. We called their names over and over again as we walked. But our voices just seemed to be absorbed by the darkness in front of our faces, where they melted away into nothingness. We knew that eventually those voices would give out altogether, and our bodies would cease to function. It was only a matter of time.
それでも3人で決めたんだ。
But despite that
私たちは歩みを
inevitability,
進める。
we decided then and there that we would keep on walking for as long as it took.
諦めない。とにかくあがいて
We
叫
couldn't
び
give
続
up.
ける。
We had to continue struggling against our fate, calling out into the darkness with whatever voices we had left.
命ある限り。
For as long as we lived. Did that do it? I don't think it did. Okay. I guess I'll just try that again. Alright, let's do this. Come on, hit me. No, I do not want you. I want one of your friends. Alright, I think one more should do it. Yep, there we go. Wrong end. You know, I think you only need to tell me once. I think it was plainly obvious that I got a wrong end there. Okay, now did that do it? Yep, it did. Wrong end number 1, tormented by spirits until death. Okay, so I'm gonna now move on to Extra Chapter 12. I don't think there's anything left in Extra Chapter 12 that I can see, honestly. Searched pretty much, I've done pretty much everything, I think. So I guess we might as well just go ahead and move on. So I think next on our list was Chapter 14 of the Extra Chapters, so let's see what we got. After being attacked by Yoshikazu, Yoshiki's life was saved by Ohkawa. And though Ohkawa is able to recover from the shock caused by his friend Ryusuke's death, he did make a marked improvement during the time he spent with Yoshiki. Unfortunately, the child spirits closing in, the two of them wound up going their separate ways in hopes of thwarting their pursuers. I was wondering if we would see anything new of that guy who helped Yoshiki out. Leaving Yoshiki with a forced promise that the two of them would get out alive, Ohkawa ran off down the darkened corridors, alone. And these are the things he then experienced. God, no matter where I go, it's nothing but bleached white bones and the smell of death. Well, that girl up there didn't look, in the upper left corner, didn't look like bleached bones and death. Didn't smell like death, but probably. The remains of a female student were sprawled out on the ground, face down. The lenses from her glasses had come out of their frame and were shattered to bits nearby, crushed by some hopefully long-departed force. And the back of her skull was smashed even worse, to the point that it was basically just a mess of bone fragments and viscera. Urabe? I'll watch myself. I need to keep quiet. The tear tracks down her cheeks, along with her wide-open eyes full of fear and pain, told me a frightening story of her final moments. These, along with the spatters of blood all around her, suggested she suffered an intensely violent beating in the moments leading up to her demise. unconscionable. Who did this to you, Rabe? Don't tell me. It was Yuya! No, I can't jump to conclusions like that. I need to pull myself together. I'm just overthinking things. I wonder if Kishinuma was able to escape successfully. Who's there? Oh, now you notice her. Girl? Wait, I'm not going to hurt you. Please, try to keep your voice down. No, you're lying. You're lying! Keep away from me. Don't get any closer. She was absolutely emaciated and shaking violently. This girl was clearly not well. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to scare you. Honest. Stay back! I swear I won't hurt you. I might even be able to help you. I can protect you. Protect? That's right. This is a scary place, and you don't have to face it alone. I have to take the lessons I learned from Kishinuma to heart. If I show just a little courage and confidence, even someone like me can save lives. Besides, I've got you on my shoulder too, Ryusuke. Can I really trust you? Oh shit. It's Kizumi. Of course. Look at you. You're shaking. You've been through a lot in here, haven't you? I've been really scared. I really want someone to help me. I was just as scared until a short while ago. Believe me, I understand. But it's okay. You're not alone anymore. Ugh. Well, I think we now got our answer as to what happened to you. Kizumi happened. Now that is a lie. When people die, they're always alone. You know that better than anyone, Ohkawa. Don't you? You... Yeah! A fine spray of blood was propelled from Ohkawa's mouth, rained down on the female student's face. Yeah! Where did you get yourself off to all this time, Ohkawa? I was looking everywhere for you. Yuya! You bastard! I didn't think I'd ever see you again. How wonderful that I was wrong. With a cold, unaffected gaze in his eyes, Kizumi proceeded to slice up and down Ohkawa's back as if he were carving a turkey. Get out! Run! Hurry! No! Yeah! Stop! Stop it! Yuya! How can you do this? What have you become? What you made me. You're the one who broke my seal and set me free, aren't you? I'm not the Yuya you knew any longer. Wait a minute, so what did you do exactly to bring out the bloodlust in Kizumi? God, that hurts! I've so longed to see it. The object of my deepest, darkest desires, locked away in the back of my head. That moment when a human life ends. You really are the best, Ohkawa. The way you squirm, the way you roll about haphazardly, the way you rant and rave and beg. Cowardice isn't such a bad quality after all. One could even say it's a sixth sense of sorts. An ability to sense danger and react to it with little delay or hesitation. Hey, what are you doing? Why aren't you desperately trying to escape? You should be bawling your eyes out while you try in vain to run from me. What the hell are you talking about? Ohkawa, I don't like the look in your eyes one bit. Go on. See if you can get away from me. You're insane, you know that? You're an insane man. Yuya, or rather Kizumi, you're out of your mind. What's gotten into you, Ohkawa? This isn't like you at all. You should be groveling by now. Not gonna happen. This way is much better. It makes you the pathetic one. Huh. Careful. You make him mad, he's gonna be that much worse for you. I mean, you're clearly gonna be dead no matter what, but... Ah, fuck it. You know what? Who am I kidding? I'd do everything I could to piss this guy off, too, if I were in your shoes. I'm not gonna give you the satisfaction. Twitch. You're so sad. You murderer. And you really are a murderer, aren't you? You killed Arabe, didn't you? I bet you think you're so clever. That you deceived us all the whole time. Is it fun betraying everyone who's ever considered you a friend? Is it fun hurting them? You having a good laugh? You're the worst kind of human being. I can't ever forgive you for what you've done. Even if I'm killed here, I will despise you forever. Till the end of time. Is that all you have to say to me? What, you want more? I'm going to take that as a no. Ugh. I thought I'd be able to have a little more fun with you, Ohkawa. What a pity I was mistaken. Aw, what, is your ego bruised? You poor baby. Kizami can't ever forgive you. It really is the same. Whether you're killed by the school or killed by me, it's the same thing. You won't give me the satisfaction. That's a meager defiance. From you and Yamato both. A meager defiance, but it's defiance nonetheless, so suck it! Me. Well, I gotta give you credit, Ohkawa. You went out like a fucking champ. So good on you. So, extra chapter 10, I think, is next. Oh boy, are we gonna get so much cute imagery that's gonna make me diabetic? Big brother! Looky what I got! It's super cool and smells super sweet. Huh? He's not here? Aww.
Yuka? だいまって言いなさい。
Yuka? I didn't know you were back. You should say something when you get home.
ただいま
I'm home!
ゆか、あんたベルマーク集めてたよね。
Hey, weren't you collecting those promotional UPC codes with the bell symbol on them? Uh-huh.
ほら、
Well, today's your lucky day. I got a whole bunch of them from Mrs. Sato next door. She said to give them to you. Whoa!
よかったね。
Pretty good haul, no?
自分で学校持ってく。
So what are you gonna do with
お
them?
母さんに任せる？
Can you take them to school yourself, or would you prefer I drive them over?
ゆか持ってく。
I'll take them.
そう。
All
褒めら
right.
れておいで。
Looking to hog all the glory for yourself,
あんた
eh?
もいっぱい貯めたのね。
Wow, you've got quite a
何
haul
買ってるの？
too. What on earth have you been buying? Beads! Oh, the little beads that you gave Satoshi in chapter 3?
ああ、
Oh yeah, those scented beads you keep carrying on about.
今ね、新しいの買ってきたの。
I just bought another bottle too. It's caramel flavor.
ほー。
Flavor?
今度はどんな効果があるの？
I see. And what effect does this one have?
怪我とか事故とかから
Well, it keeps you safe from injury and harm. And it does something else too.
うんうん。
If it's gonna be something along the lines of it increases your luck in finding love, then well, you're just gonna give me a flashback to that one wrong end.
大丈夫。
I'm not telling. Or wait, or did you already say it in chapter 3 and I'm just forgetting what it is? Wouldn't surprise me if that's the case. I've been kind of forgetful about a bunch of tiny details throughout this whole Let's Play. A secret, huh? Well, make sure you take good care of it then. Okay. Damn it, I knew it. The power of love. To make your true feelings known to that special someone.
あら、本当？
Really now? Is that a fact? Eavesdropping, were we, Mama?
あれれ。
Got you
誰に
red-handed.
あげるのかしらね。
So fess up. Who you plan on giving it to? A friend from class? I'm definitely not telling.
はいはい。
Alright.
あ、そうそう、ゆ
I
か。
won't push my
あ
luck.
んたね。
Oh, but Yuka? I've been meaning to talk to you.
サトシのベッドに靴下とかパンツとか置き忘れるの。
You need to stop
やめた方がいい
leaving
わ
your
よ。
socks and underwear on Satoshi's bed, okay? Yeah, please do. That's kind of rude and a bit unsanitary. Ugh.
洗濯物、自分で畳むのは
I
偉
do
いんだけど
appreciate you
ね。
folding the laundry all by yourself without anyone asking.
お部屋に戻ってしまう前にそうやって寝ちゃうから忘れていくのよね。
But if you forget to take your clothes back to your room afterward, it kind of defeats the point, you know? Oh, okay. I'll be more careful. Good, good.
ゆか、ビーズ、
And Yuka,
グッドラック。
about those beads? Good luck. No comment. I'm not gonna say anything. Thanks. So, that was some context to those beads here that we probably could have been well without. I don't know. I guess we now know, at least, if nothing else. That's one last curiosity solved. Well, actually, no. We got one more last curiosity, and that's this. Extra Chapter 5. I think this is the last one, ladies and gentlemen. So I think after this, we'll be done with Corpse Party. So I guess this is probably going to be the finale, this episode. Let's see what this thing has in store for us. And for the finale, we're going to have a story involving Miss Yui and Ayumi. I'd rather just be Miss Yui, to be honest, but I guess beggars can't be choosers. Shinozaki, haven't seen you in 2 days. You feeling any better? Yep, fit as a fiddle. Had a doctor's appointment this morning, and it seems all is good. Excellent. Glad to hear it. Me too, because I've been dying to continue our conversation from the other day. So come on, tell me. Is it really true you don't have a boyfriend? It is. I live a sad, lonely life. What about your cat? Does that not qualify as company? Now I feel bad for the cat. And yes, I'm gonna take offense on behalf of Miss Yui's cat. Shut up. Though I did go out with a charming young lad when I was in high school. Go on. I knew it! Give me all the juicy details. I'd meet up with him in the third floor walkway every day, wearing a uniform just like yours. Ah, memories. I was so young back then. You're not that old. That's a good spot. It's quiet and you can see the whole town from there. Seems nice and romantic. So, what kind of person was he? Let's see. Well, for starters, he was really kind. Though he had a rather brusque way of speaking that did him no favors in coming across that way. But I guess where it counted, even his harsh words had a certain element of kindness to them. Sometimes I felt like I was the only person who truly understood him. Listen to me boast. That's so sweet. So, how far did you get with him? Well... Sorry, I never kiss and tell. Though just between you and me, we never actually kissed. What? We got super nervous just holding each other's hands. I'm the same way. Unless Naomi's involved, in which case you turn downright homicidal. Though I guess, when we were holding hands, I felt like our hearts were connected. And that's all I needed. I was satisfied. Aww, so cute. Probably pretty lame by today's standards, though. Not at all. I think it's wonderful. Hey, Miss Yui. I brought the day duty roaster. Ah, Mr. Kishinuma. Just getting to the good part. Oh, hey, Shinozaki. What are you doing here?
先生の話を聞いているとこ。
What does it look like? I'm talking to Miss Yui.
楽しそうだな。
So you are. Seems like you two are having a blast at that.
いいからあっち行って。
Just get out of here. This is between us girls. Whatever you say.
置いとくから。
I'll leave the roaster right here if that's cool.
はーい。
Thanks.
篠崎さん。
Say, speaking of day duty,
で岸沼くんとあなたじゃなかった？
weren't you scheduled with Kishinuma for today?
あれ？
Huh?
そうだっけ？
Was I? Such a good boy. Yes, he is. He is the best boy.
誰が？
Who is now? Oh, that's it? We basically just have some girl talk, and that's pretty much all. And that's pretty much all she wrote. Some of you must be feeling that this is probably a very anticlimactic way to end this series, huh? If so, I'll be honest, I kind of feel the same way. So, is that really everything? Let me look at the ending lists here. Holy shit, it is. I got them all now. Every last one. Well, how about that? So I guess we really are done. You know, I just now thought of something. It's been a while since I checked the little character roster thing here. Hello, Eyeball. Haven't seen you since towards the very beginning. Look at this. Looks like we pretty much got a full cast of characters here all throughout. Now, what's back here? So we still got you guys here. And for this room, it looks like we pretty much just got all the unlockables. Okay, so this is just basically the CG artwork. And music player for the game music, I assume. Yeah, I know I've said this, I know I said this, but I don't know what else to say other than I guess we are officially done, ladies and gentlemen, with Corpse Party. Well, I'm not gonna lie, this has been quite the journey. It's been a fun journey nonetheless, but still, quite the journey. Went on a bit longer than I expected it to, but I mean, hey, at least it gave me something to do. And hopefully it gave you guys an entertaining series to watch, with each and every part available. Over 20 parts. So this is definitely the longest Let's Play I've done thus far. So I guess I'll talk a bit about my thoughts on the game. So, unless I guess if you guys just don't really care all that much here, those who are watching about what my thoughts are on this game, then I guess you can go ahead and just stop the video here. Because I think for now, until the video officially ends, I'm just gonna talk a bit about my thoughts of the game. But I'll also make an announcement towards the end of the video. if you want to call it an announcement. I guess I will, but anyway. If you want to stop the video here, if you're not interested in hearing what I'm going to be, what exactly I'm going to be covering next here, hear me talk about what I'm going to probably cover next, along with my thoughts in the game, then just end the video here. So, in which case, I guess I'll just see you guys later. Otherwise, well, yeah, I like the game. I like Corpse Party. I think that it was a pretty fun game overall. The story was pretty engaging, especially towards the later half of the game when the mystery started to come together. And along with the events that I've seen in the extra chapters, it was just fun and interesting to see all these tiny little details, all these different actions and interactions that the characters have, from the main cast to minor characters, all just coming together and just tying into a pretty cohesive narrative. So I definitely appreciate that. It just gives me a lot to uncover and piece together. So it just ended up being a pretty fun little puzzle piece plot, for lack of a better term. So yeah, I just liked the story. I thought that it had a few pretty good twists here and there, especially towards the end when we found out the identity of the real killer of the Heavenly Host murders, along with her motives and everything behind it. By the time I reached chapter 5, I just couldn't wait to get to the next episode and see what happened next. I got well and truly hooked by then. So Then I just kept going on, and then, well, here we are. A few chapters after the ending of the main story proper. So I guess I might as well also just briefly mention who I think some of my favorites are among the cast of characters. Now, when it comes to the villainous characters, I definitely like Kizumi, even as big a bastard as he is, because, I don't know, I find him kind of entertaining to watch. And he gave me a pretty fun little chase scene towards the end, at least compared to all the other ones in the game. He definitely, I think, has the best one when I'm fleeing from him as Yuka. Plus, he's just such a ham, too. Just chewing up the scenery. And I guess when it comes to the ghost children, I like Yuki because, well, I've interacted with her the most, and she's pretty much the nicest one out of the whole bunch here. Unfortunately, I wish I could have gotten to really interact with the other ghost children more, because I mean, we pretty much learned everything that we really need to know about Sachiko, especially come the events of Chapter 5, so I don't really think we really need to interact with her much at all here to really get some more needed exposition on her character. But, yeah, the other two ghost children that we didn't really get to interact with much, I would have liked to have talked to them more and just, you know, find out more about them. But maybe I'll get to find out more about them in other games in this series. Which I guess makes for a perfect segue for what I'm going to discuss next. So, Z Victor and Juan Cena, if both of you are still watching, I got some good news for you guys. I think I'm definitely going to check out the other Corpse Party games. Starting with the original version of Corpse Party 1 for the PC, or rather, a version of the original. Because I did a little cursory research, and I found out that the bona fide original Corpse Party game that came out for that little RPG Maker contest back in Japan, back when the creator made the original game, it never actually got a localized release outside of Japan. So a small fan group basically came along at some point and basically remade the original Corpse Party a bit, to where they put on more updated RPG Maker engine and updated the graphics and stuff a bit. Otherwise, I think the story for the original is pretty much exactly the same. So, I think that before I move on to the next main installment in Corpse Party, which is Book of Shadows, I'm probably going to check out the original, that fan remake of the original Corpse Party, and Corpse Party 0, which I also found out has a few elements from it that were integrated into official canon, starting with Blood Covered here for Corpse Party, and then onward. I think it was basically like the two main characters in Corpse Party 0 that were basically integrated into the story of Corpse Party Blood Covered. Basically the version of the game that I'm playing now as basically cameo characters. So I think I'll be checking that out too, along with this fan remake of the original Corpse Party. I'll check both of those games out, at least, before I move on to Corpse Party Book of Shadows. So, I'm also going to use it mainly because number one, because I'm interested to check out what the original version of Corpse Party's story was like, and number two, with Corpse Party 0, since some of its elements are indeed canon, it seems, I kind of consider that required playing on my part if I want to get a more comprehensive understanding of whatever ongoing story I'm going to thrust myself into starting from this point forward. So, plus it also gives me a little extra time here to actually buy a copy of Corpse Party Book of Shadows for the PC. Yeah, in the meantime, while I'm playing the fan remake of the original Corpse Party 0, I'm going to try to get my hands on Corpse Party Book of Shadows, and as soon as I do, and once I finish the other two Corpse Party games I mentioned, I guess, if no one has any objections, I'll move on to Corpse Party Book of Shadows after all this. Anyway, Z Victor and Juan Cena, I hope that you guys in particular enjoyed this series. Like I said, it's been a pretty fun ride all the way up until the end. And for anyone else who's watching here, I hope that you guys enjoyed this series as well. I'll try to see if I can maybe also throw in some one-shot games, you know, like a few short games here and there that are not related to Corpse Party, so it's not like any of you guys who are probably tuning into my channel will be stuck with Corpse Party content, and only Corpse Party content with months on end, with nothing in between to break the pace a bit. So I'll probably be looking around sites like Game Jolt or something that for interesting little short games to play in between. So I'll see what I can find in the meantime while I'm doing all this other stuff. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much everything. I hope that you guys enjoyed this latest and final episode of Corpse Party Blood Covered Repeated Fear. Like I said before. If you did, and you want to see more content from me, feel free to subscribe to my channel. And I will see you guys next time. Take care.